We live in a world addicted to noise. Advice videos, podcasts, opinions. So many opinions. We wake up and check what someone else thinks before we check in with ourselves. And little by little, your own voice, that tiny spark that says, "This is who I am," it gets buried under other people's truth. I lived that life too. Running a business while having a day job, building a family, trying to keep up with what everyone thinks of me, what everyone expects of me. Somewhere along the way, I forgot what my own thoughts sounded like. That's why I ride. That's why I disappear. That's why I started to have mini adventures every single week. For the past 60 weeks of my life, I have spent one day or at least 2 days of my life being away. Because when I'm outside, when I'm with my solo self or with my close buddies, the noise, the outside noise goes away. All that's left is the hum of my engine and the clutter in my head. And for once, I get to sit with it. There's no podcast telling me how to think. No social media telling me what I should be. It's just me. Raw, honest, uncomfortable. Yes, but I'm just being real. When you make space for silence, you start to remember what you actually believe, what you love, what you fear, what you want to build next. This is why disappearing is sacred. Your mini adventures is sacred. It doesn't disconnect you from life. It reconnects you to your life. Your choices becomes yours again. So when the world feels too loud, you vanish for a little while. The answers you're looking for aren't out there. They're already in you. The problem is, you won't hear the answers until the noise is gone. You won't know the clarity unless you disconnect yourself. Words is not enough to explain pain. You can't text it to a friend. You can't dump it out all in dinner. You can't call someone and just yap about all your pain. People have their problems too. It sits in your chest for years until one quiet moment it's just gonna break loose. This is what disappearing does. When I ride alone, when I take my mini adventures, there's no expectation to explain myself. I don't have to perform strength or pretend I'm over something that still bleeds inside. Maybe you know that feeling too. Family problems you buried, regrets you locked up. There's questions you wish you could ask. Why did people hurt you? When I'm alone riding, or maybe with my close buds, I let the wind see my ugly thoughts. I let the mountains hear my silent confessions. No one interrupts. No one judges me. No one trying to fix me. And without realizing it piece by piece, the wound loses its poison. I start to heal. Healing doesn't always need therapy rooms or deep talk with others. Sometimes it all needs is you going out on small adventures. It needs the road. It needs a little bit of your time with no one watching you crumble and rebuild. So if you have a heart that's still aching, go on, have that mini adventure. Even just for a day, go out in nature. Or maybe do a sport you can commit yourself into. Do something away from work. Let that adventure carry what your mouth can say. Believe me, you'll come back lighter. Not perfect, but just softer inside. Burnout isn't just exhaustion. It's forgetting why you started. It's waking up tired after complete sleep because your spirit is more tired than your body. I've been there. It's still my struggle now. I'm running a cafe. I'm running a startup business. It's chasing the bills, filming, parenting, rinse and repeat. I started to feel like a machine that never powers down. I saw that this loop was dangerous because it makes me numb. I stopped caring. I stopped wondering. Sometimes I snap at people I love. But micro-adventures saved me from this. Taking my soul out of the regular routine, riding just far enough so that no one could ask me for anything. That's how I remember I'm alive. I am alive, not just existing. When you break the loop even just for half day, you come back seeing life with fresh eyes. The problems feel smaller. Suddenly your patience returns. Your purpose reminds you why you hustle in the first place. So if you feel robotic, please don't wait for burnout to win. Disappear for a sunrise, a trail, or a quiet road. You'll return with a heart that feels human again. Life sticks labels on us until we forget our real name. Names like husband, wife, provider, boss, caregiver, brother, sister, soldier, CEO. We hear them proudly, but slowly the person underneath them fades. I felt that. I was asking myself, who am I before those titles? I asked questions like, what did you dream about before the responsibility told you to be practical? What made you feel free before grown-up life and made you feel trapped? This is what disappearing helps you to rediscover. To disappear means to take mini adventures. When I get my bike, no one cares about what my job title is. The road doesn't care how much money I have. The mountains doesn't know my to-do list. In that space, I remember, I'm not just Mr. Presko. I'm not just a cafe owner, a father, and now an upcoming YouTuber. What I am truly is a curious soul who loves the sound of the wind, who loves to see the unknown. And when I come back to my roles, I play them better because they don't own me. I own them. I find the strength to tackle on any responsibilities after a beautiful ride. So if you're watching buried under the labels, step out of the box for a while. Be human. Be an adventurer. It's just you, no rules, no script. Just finding the momentum in the stillness of nature. Do that and watch how lighter you will feel. Watch how many adventures will give you the energy to perform better again. It doesn't need to be riding. Just take on adventures. Go spend some time with your soul. It will calm down the chaos in your head. The world teaches us to chase claps. Post a photo, you wait for likes. You work hard, and you hope for praise from someone you love. You do something kind, then you hope someone notices. When you live for applause, you will forget how to clap for yourself. I found that disappearing and taking mini adventures fixed this kind of mindset with me. When I spend time with my bike, no one is watching. No one is filming my best cornering angle or counting how many kilometers I cover. It's just me, the road, the mountains, and my own heartbeat. Weirdly, that feels enough. Doing mini adventures, you learn that some things are beautiful just because. You don't have to show them off. You don't have to prove you were there. Being enough without an audience is freedom. Next time you feel invisible, you remember this. You are more real when no one's looking. My friend, disappear to take mini adventures, to remind yourself that your worth is not a performance. I want to show you my quick workflow on how I shoot photos with this beautiful camera. I'm gonna take the photos of the Scrambler with this beautiful backdrop. And I'll make sure I'll take a low angle because the foreground, the water looks really nice. I'm gonna put my camera close to it and it's gonna make this photo really wonderful. Taking photos is something that's really calming for me. It makes me feel peaceful. It makes me feel young again, looking back at these photos. Next workflow, I try to save time by doing 3 angles at the same time. I'll do a wide, a medium, and a close-up shot of the subject. It feels hard to walk on these boots, but come on, it's really nice to have memories. That backdrop was nice. It's good for depth of field. Let's take photos of the Scrambler. I instantly take a lot of details, front shots, back shots, and I want close-up of the headlight. The light is really wonderful today because it's cloudy and it gives me a perfect lighting for my bike. I don't know, camera is something that keeps me still. And the gift of knowing how to take beautiful photos is something you will carry from years to come. You know, life is always speaking, but we're too busy refreshing notifications to hear it. Your gut feeling is rest now. The tiny voice that says, call your parents today. That intuition that says, try that idea you keep on ignoring. Do the work that you've been delaying. On my quiet trail, maybe brewing coffee with nature, I suddenly see the answers I missed in my daily rush. Some people call it intuition. Some people call it your soul. Whatever it is real. It's wise. So if you're stuck or confused, stop Googling for answers. Disappear and take mini adventures. Let the silence remind you what you already know. I realize the world needs the best version of you, not your burned out shadow. Your family deserves your patience. Your business deserves your clarity. Your friends, they deserve the real laughter. When I take adventures, I fill my tank again. Not just the bike, my heart too. I ride out feeling empty and I return with ideas. It's not selfish. It's how I keep giving without losing myself. So my friend, you disappear when you need to. And the moment you come back and pour love into your people and dreams, it's gonna be an overflow out of your adventures. Not just scraps. Life has felt like a blur. Just 4 weeks ago, I was posting these rides for myself. No plan to grow, no plan to earn. I just want quiet escape shared with whoever needed it. But then something amazing happened. You found me. You gave your time to watch and you felt these adventures the same way I did. This week, I was awarded as an official YouTube partner. It was less than a month. I never imagined any of these. I never could have imagined that my small escapes would help so many people feel seen. I never imagined that these raw rides would become my new purpose. To nurture people like us. We crave peace in the middle of chaos. This week has tested me more than ever, sacrificing to do the work, family, my health, and filming felt impossible some days. Every time I almost gave up, I remembered you. I remembered why this channel matters. I remembered why this mini adventure mattered. Because no matter how heavy life feels like, these rides, this filming, these adventures remind me to keep faith in the road, in the journey, and to each other. Maybe you just need some time alone to walk, sit by the roadside, or even take a cheap bus ride to the nearby trail and bring your phone. You snap the sunrise, you record the birds, collect little moments for your old self to smile back later. When life feels too heavy, the small adventures will remind you that you're alive, not just surviving. You'll come back with your grind, with stories only you know. Your heart is a little lighter. Your mind is more clear. And one day, when the noise growls loud again, you'll remember peace doesn't cost much. It costs presence. So until then, my friend, keep your soul wild. Keep on taking those weekly adventures. And your heart will be ready for the next ride. Thanks for spending time with me. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving. Take mini adventures and find ourselves again.